We're in the last quarter of 2022 and it seems like the idea of Bitcoin hitting $100,000 might not happen at all, and it might be very far-fetched right now.
I guess it's not happening.
However, with the opening up of travels, there have been more and more events and more hopium spreading around, which can be a good and a bad thing for us. So as much as this is not really a crypto channel, or I don't want it to really be a crypto channel, but cryptos are a huge part of my life, and I think that there are many interesting ways to earn some money with the space by using DeFi, staking, and even lending on centralized exchanges. But as a beginner, the easiest way to start with crypto is going through a centralized exchange like Gemini, FTX, or KuCoin. So this video is not sponsored by them, but I do have affiliate links in the description down below where you can get some discounts on trading fees, and I do get a small kickback for that. Otherwise, you can always Google for these exchanges and sign up with them. So let's talk about what is CX, or what's a centralized exchange. So exchanges like Binance, Gemini, FTX, KuCoin, they're all centralized exchanges. And in comparison with a decentralized exchange, centralized exchanges are built and controlled by a company, whereas decentralized exchanges, they are open source and are constantly being developed by developers. So there are a few key differences between decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges, which includes regulation, transparency of codes, range of services that are available. But one of the key benefits of a centralized exchange is the ease of use and the low knowledge level required to start in crypto. And essentially, if you visit any centralized exchange out there, there are always an academy or a university that provides you with information about how to use the exchange, some articles about crypto knowledge, and sometimes you might even find golden nuggets within these articles.
Little nugget, 1 gram.
So here are a list of exchanges that I'm using in no particular order, but I'll explain the different reasons why I use each of these exchanges. So the first exchange that we have is KuCoin. So KuCoin was founded in 2017 and headquartered in Seychelles. So upon downloading the app, it looks very similar to every other crypto app out there. So the interface is pretty easy to understand, and I like the green and black color scheme, but that is just me. So on KuCoin, I'm using a couple of features that exchange has to offer, and the first one is trading bot. So we have spoke about trading bots in a previous video, but in a nutshell, what happens here is the algorithm will set up a specific buy and sell points and trade consistently between these parameters and give you a profit or loss depending on the market situation. So this bot works very well doing sideways markets, and if you are looking to close a position, you have the option to collect everything in USDT, the crypto that you're trading in, or even USDT and the crypto that you're trading in. So the other function that I use in KuCoin is the earn function, of which I have my Bitcoins there. So it is not advisable, but if you're looking for some small stream of income, this is something for you to consider. So KuCoin is great for beginners because they have a lot of tokens and they frequently list new tokens as well. So in my books, KuCoin is like a gem finders kind of exchange, but there are high risk and high returns as well, and more often than not, these new tokens tend to crash after a short rally, so that is something to look out for. So the fees on KuCoin is pretty alright as well at 0.1%, but if you do hold your native token KCS, you can pay your fees in KCS, and as a holder of KCS, you also receive a share of revenue that KuCoin gets, which is pretty smart. The next exchange on the list is FTX, which is founded by Sam Bankman-Fried. So the 30-year-old has probably created the most interesting exchange in the history of exchanges. So FTX is very famous and popular for their amazingly low fees at 0.02%, which is like 5 times lower than any other exchange around. And FTX is very popular for all their futures trading as well. So on FTX, I'm doing a couple of things right now. The first thing that I'm doing here is staking Solana. So FTX lacks quite a bit in the staking functionalities, but they do have Solana staking, which gives up pretty much 6% or similar to the native wallet. And the second thing that I'm doing here is to lend out stable coins. So if you didn't know, you can lend out your coins like USD, USDT, USDC at a 1 to 2% APY with no lock-in, and the interest is paid every single hour. So I do have some plans to move my stablecoins to another exchange which will provide a better rate, but I haven't done so yet. So chances are I'll be moving them right after this video to the next exchange that we'll talk about in a while. But last but not least, we also do have future tradings on FTX, and if you're looking to trade futures, I would highly recommend you to consider holding some FTT because they will give you plenty of benefits. So one of the key benefits of holding or staking FTT is that there's a zero maker fee when trading. So if you hold at least 25 FTT, which is roughly about $600 in today's price, you get a 0% maker's fee. On top of that, by holding at a minimum of 25 FTT, you do get one free ERC20 withdrawal fee waived every single month. So the last exchange that I'm using is Gemini. So Gemini was founded by the Winklevoss twins, and hence the name Gemini, because Gemini twins, Gemini, you guys get the joke. So in recent times, I'm starting to use Gemini once again because I was offered a payment of salary in crypto and I wanted an exchange that I can use to cash out when I need fiat and to pay for stuff. Because not everyone accepts crypto or stable coins, but it is what it is. So on Gemini, the main function that I'm using here is to stake stable coins. So their earn program is fantastic for stable coins, and Gemini doesn't have their own native token, but they do have a native stable coin, GUSD, which is the Gemini dollar and is redeemable at any time for $1. So according to the site, GUSD is stable, it's fully backed, regulated, insured, and transparently audited, which gives me some confidence.
Confidence is high. Repeat, confidence is high.
And right now I'm still exploring Gemini Earn more and more because the rate seems to be pretty good, and I got to admit that I'm pretty attracted to it. However, personally I feel that it's not wise to move all your money into one single platform, because if shit hits the fan, then centralized exchanges can and will stop withdrawals or deposit at their own discretion. So although this is an unpopular opinion, I personally feel that CX or centralized exchanges will have a space in crypto, but we just got to adjust our allocation between a decentralized exchange and a centralized exchange and things will be fine. So if you do enjoy this content, do drop a like to let us know that you enjoy such content, subscribe and turn on the notifications to get notified when a new video pops up, and as always, stay safe, invest safe, and I'll see you in the next one.